Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the Film and TV channel. And today we have a drama series that's been showing over 4 consecutive nights on Channel 5. Yeah, so as I'm recording this, the last one aired last night. So I think the last Channel 5 one we looked at was The Drowning, wasn't it? Got a bit mixed reviews, to say the least, that one. So what we're going to have a look at today is called Intruder. Please, if you're new to this channel, push that subscribe button to do these film and drama reviews, do information vlogs, what's out to buy, what's coming on at the cinema, lots of different things, quizzes even, stuff like that. So please check my playlist. And if you do check the playlist and you're interested, and I try and inform and entertain, of course, if you can push that notification button so you know these vlogs are coming out. And there's some Manchester City stuff as well, my football team. So if you're any interested in that, or know someone who might be, please point them in my direction. But we're going to be talking about film and TV today, so let's get on with this little thing. Any comments you've got? Have you watched it? Obviously, I've been looking through various comments on the internet about this TV series. Makes interesting reading, not particularly in a positive way, unfortunately. But yeah, any of your comments? I'll try and be as honest as I can. Although, as I say, I've a lot of the views I've read through, they're not tainted my view. I had my view beforehand, but I must admit I'm a bit surprised by the sheer anger and the sheer dislike. I mean, I'm not saying this is perfect by any means, and it's way, it's not even, perhaps it may not even be watchable, but yeah, I'm interested. There's a lot of let's just say a lot of hate out there for this one. It's not gone down very well at all. And please leave your comments, let me know what you think anyway. And if you haven't got time for a comment, just give us a thumbs up. Right, yeah, so it doesn't look good, obviously, but let's get on to the meat of it, and let's tell you a little bit about it. It's available till the 5th of June on My5, so you can binge watch this if you want. About 160 minutes in total, only 4 episodes. Who we got starring in this? Well, we've got Rebecca and Sam, the actual key people in this. Their lives are turned upside down when it all starts with two teenagers breaking into their coastal home. So yeah, this is where it all starts, and this is where it all starts to go wrong in one way or another. And Rebecca and Sam are played by Elaine Cassidy from No Offence and The Paradise, and Tom Meaton from The Ghoul and the Mighty Boosh, respectively. The rest of the Intruder cast includes Helen Behan from The Virtues as Angela, a colleague and friend to Rebecca, and Sally Lindsay, yeah, from Mount Pleasant, but obviously a long time ago, Coronation Street. She stars as a family liaison officer, Bailey, from the police. Adam Richardson and Sonny Poontip play Tommy and Syed, respectively, the 2 local teenagers. Chris Dosanjay, Seamus Moran, Shane Casey and Simon Curry also star in this. Yeah, any good? Well, as I say, I've been looking for different critics. There's not much out there. As I said, it's only just finished showing. There's only one. Dom Robinson from DVD Fever reviewed it. He wasn't very complimentary. I think each episode scored about 3 or 4, and he just had a long list of stuff that just didn't make sense when he was watching this thing, which is fair enough. But they're not good. Internet Movie Database, it's the only real one we've got at the moment. 132 people actually took the time and effort, some not much effort, to put a low score, but some have actually written reviews as well. But 132 people have left a score and a review, and it's only averaging 3.8 out of 5. No, 3.8 out of 10. So not great. I usually do the good, the bad, and the don't I? But there's only one good. I only really found one good. So I'll read that out just anyway. It won't take me long. Neil Turner on the 7th of April 2021. Simply put, excellent. A twist on the usual thriller. Poor reviews, however, I was a fan and I am enjoying it. Currently on episode 3. There you go. So, Neil, if you're on episode 3 and you're enjoying it, you probably will think the 4 episodes are okay. But lots and lots of bad. And I've picked one out that's constructive. Yeah, let's just say more constructive criticism. You only give it 2 out of 10, which I say I'm all a bit dubious about 1s and 2s out of 10s and 9 and 10 out of 10s, as you know. But this one, A. Cunnington gave it 2 out of 10 on the 6th of April 2021. So That was episode 1, I think, wasn't it? 6th of April. So he didn't obviously watch the rest of it. So you got to have a little bit of leeway for that. But he wrote his headline was "Implausible Plots and Awful Characters." He goes on to say, yet another psychological drama made for British TV featuring affluent, successful people who have no likeable qualities and who stumble through their chaotic lives making one bad decision after another. One wonders how they ever became affluent and successful in the first place. Yes, well said. The three main characters are not only unlikable, they are actually unpleasant, which makes having any sympathy or empathy for them just about impossible. The acting isn't great, the characters are very two-dimensional, the plot is unconvincing, and the screenplay is tired, lame and unimaginative. It's one of those series that thinks it's clever, original and edgy, but is in fact boring, predictable and just plain daft. There you go. Yeah, I think that sort of sums up the sort of more salient points of what most people thought who didn't like this. And the meh, we do have a meh. We got somebody give it 5 out of 10. We got Hogberto on the 8th of April 2021. Give it 5 out of 10, and he said at least it was quite short. So there you go. I like his review. At least it was quite short. So there you go. Internet Movie Database 3.8 out of 10, which isn't fantastic, is it? I did a quick look, I did a quick summary when I'd watched episode 1, and then obviously I sort of went back to the review after I'd watched episodes 2, 3 and 4. Yeah, in episode 1 you got an opening dinner party. A bit dire. It introduces us to these middle-class characters that were, yes, definitely obnoxious and very unlikable. Acting-wise, it is what it is. I mean, it's just a typical low standard mishmash of one or two okay actors, but some who probably earning a living or sort of robbing a living basically by acting, because it's not the greatest. But not, you know, again, I did comment today about another thing. Was it Line of Duty, which I'm a big fan of, but I don't find Line of Duty acting that great. So I think it's unfair to say that this acting is anywhere below something like that. I don't think it is. I think you know, a little bit perhaps, but not to any great extent. I mean, I do find a couple of the lead characters in Line of Duty very, very wooden and uninspiring as far as acting is concerned, especially this latest series that's on now. So anyway, yeah, as I said, it is a mishmash of British acting of different qualities. It's not great, which I sort of accept it now. I mean, we very rarely get a really well acted. Some of the better ones are some of the more, you know, some of the bigger period dramas I've seen to have better actors than these sort of crime dramas, if you like. It does become formulaic, of course it does, and we have added complications hinted at, added to the story throughout, but some are pretty obvious. But there's others in episode 1. I thought, it'd be interesting to see how they sort of pan out, how they get involved in this tale, and what they're going to bring to the storyline. Sadly, they didn't really do much throughout and bring any real story to the plot. It just confused things and just needless. So there wasn't that much shoehorned in as the thing went along. We've got a victim that's obviously where butter wouldn't melt. Obviously, as a parent would, he thinks he could do no wrong, and obviously he's actually done a bit of robbing, so perhaps he had done a little bit wrong. But again, it all added up, that episode 1, it all added up to a drama that will split opinion on its story and perhaps politically as well. So it was a typical British thriller drama in that sense, but it was pretty much downhill from that first episode. As I say, if we had to mark the first episode, I'd probably want to give it, say, 4 or 5 out of 10, perhaps a 5 out of 10. As it progresses, things change. Storylines don't become any more logical in this. They don't make any more sense. Human beings making silly decisions, which we see in drama again and again and again, don't we? I like a bit of reality to my drama. I like things to be believable, and some of these decisions these so-called, as I said, intelligent people make are just a bit beyond the pale, and just make it a bit silly, really. And if you're going to start smiling and laughing at something that's supposed to be serious, it's not really good, is it? There is a bit of a twist. I mean, there's a bit of a twist to it which I like. I like the people you think are going to be the main characters don't. You know, it sort of changes a little bit, and I quite like that side of it. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the characters develop, but they develop into even perhaps more moronic, horrible, nasty human beings than they were at the start, and things that appeared interesting at episode 1 just sort of fade. Nothing really comes from it. You know, a lot of little subplots don't really lead to much. It is a turn your brain off series, but perhaps it's just a don't watch series as well. Don't bother, because there's not much. There's not much to sort of hang your hat on with this one. The characters, say all the characters, even poor Sally Lindsay. I mean, sort of I've heard some people saying, obviously, what's Sally doing acting in something so bad as this? But Sally's not the greatest actor anyway. So I mean, I do love her to bits. She's a City fan, of course I do. I think she's wonderful, but she's not the greatest actor. And I think people look at these things in rose-tinted glasses. There's something the other day I was reviewing with a similar sort of theme to it, where people were commenting on an actor, and obviously as though it was below them to do this series. And it wasn't. It was about the standard. But yeah, people seem to look at these actors, etc., and think they're perhaps better than they are, because I think Sally Lindsay's just about the level. I mean, she does what she does. She's Sally Lindsay, so she just acts as she is. She certainly can't change what she does. But yeah, I mean that's not great. I mean, I do like Sally Lindsay, as I said, but and what made it, I think it made it sort of worse, was after 4 episodes, the ending is a bit. The ending is pretty naff, to be honest with you, and that just sort of about puts a top hat on it, to be honest with you. So you go from say a 4 or 5 out of 10, then as the thing moves along, you're probably edging 3 or 4 out of 10, and yeah, and it's just say that ending just sort of more or less was the writers just giving up, I think, and just leaving it. I mean, certainly I don't imagine in a million years there's going to be a sequel to this. I don't imagine there's going to be a series 2, but there you go. But someone said, thankfully, it was short. Yeah, thankfully, it was only 4 episodes, and I did sort of manage to watch most of this. I sort of, episode 1 I fully concentrated on, and then episode 2, 3 or 4, I got the gist of what it was about. So I sort of did a little bit of work while I was watching it as well. So I was working while I was watching the thing. So it wasn't a total 160 minutes of my life I won't get back, as people will say. But it's not great. I mean, you know, it's one of those things. If you've nothing else there to watch, just watch episode 1. If you like episode 1, it might be worth sticking with it. As I say, it doesn't get any better, but you can sort of watch it with a bit of a, say, turn your brain off a little bit. Say, if you're doing a bit of work, have it on in the background, just see what happens. Because there are odd little things that are okay in it, but they're sadly well outweighed by the stuff that's not very, very good. So yeah, my little rating is, I'm not going to go as low as the 3.8 on Internet Movie Database. I don't think it's as bad as that. I mean, I'm being probably a little bit kind. I mean, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 here. I'm probably more like 4.5 or 4, but yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 because just for Sally Lindsay. I'll give it an extra point or 2 just for Sally Lindsay, but 3.8 out of 10. It's not a million miles away from what this thing is anyway. But please let me know if you've watched this already or you've given up on watching it, etc., etc. Just let me know. But as I say, it was a shame. I did look forward to it. I was a little bit disappointed in the end with this one. Anyway, let me know what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching. What we're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other till we meet here again on the film and TV channel. Perhaps have a flit across, look at my Citizen channel, my football channel. All I ever ask is please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.